Hello, welcome back to another Petroglyphs in the Sky UFO show. How is everybody doing tonight? Glad you are with us. We have a great show for you in store tonight. Got some pretty cool videos that I want to show you. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Glad you guys are here with us. My name is Jeff Woolwine. I am born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been seeing these lights ever since I was a kid. So I made me go on a hunt to find out exactly what was going on here in the Phoenix skies. Not only here in Phoenix, but also your neck of the woods also. And in 2004, I started filming these lights, the Phoenix lights. And I successfully matched the Hohokam Indian petroglyphs to these things, to these UFOs, to the Phoenix lights that we see in the skies today. And so I've been on many news reports and cable shows, and I've written an article for UFO Magazine. I did the pilot for the UFO Hunter show. I went on to do the Arizona Lights episode on the UFO Hunter show. Matter of fact, you can actually they show reruns on Pluto all the time. Check it out, the UFO Hunter show, Arizona Lights. You'll see me at the end talking about the petroglyphs and the Phoenix lights. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I've been doing this for many years, and I had a very special Native American, I guess you could say, take me up on South Mountain, who works at one of the Indian museums there in Phoenix to teach me the petroglyphs. So this isn't just my opinion, okay? This is the true, authentic way on how to understand these petroglyphs. So it's just not my word. This information has been with us ever since, for over a few thousand years, okay? So I think it's about time that we take a second look at the rock art to get some answers on what these UFOs really are. And I believe I have found some answers, and this is the reason why we are talking with you today. Okay, glad that you guys are here with us. Let's get things rolling. Here's my book. You can find it right now on Amazon Kindle. I'm looking into making it hard or softcover books. I'm not sure yet, but I am looking into it. The Phoenix Lights, Petroglyphs in the Sky, the covered up history of Phoenix, Arizona. This goes into what Phoenix really is, the fiery bird that rose up from the ashes of the former civilization, in which the archaeologists do not tell you about. And this book goes into everything. It talks about the petroglyphs. It shows color photographs of the petroglyphs. Talks about the real history of Phoenix, Arizona. And pick up your copy today. There's actually 2 copies. So the book is very huge. It took me 15 years of research to put this together, guys. And and then another 5 years to find someone to publish it. Oh, it was a bloody mess. But we finally got it out there. Long time in the making. It's finally out. The Phoenix Lights, Petroglyphs in the Sky, the covered up history of Phoenix, Arizona. Get your copy today. Let me know how you liked it. From what I understand, I've been getting a lot of good reviews on it. Here's a new Paracon coming at you, the Wild West Paracon out there in Tombstone, Arizona. This is the first Paracon ever in Tombstone, Arizona, and I will be out there. Myself and my lovely wife, we will be doing a seance in one of the haunted places. I can't go into what location it is quite yet, but yeah, it's going to be fascinating. And also, I'll be doing a lecture out there talking about the Phoenix Lights and the UFOs. Now, this is going to be spectacular. This is going to be the Paracon of the year, okay? And so get your tickets when they go on sale, because I know they're going to go fast. And I'll be doing a UFO lecture out there, and a lot better than the Vulture City Paracon. I tell you what. And I was really upset because when I was doing my lecture out there at Vulture City, they turn off the power at 8 o'clock, all right, 8, 9 o'clock, and I was literally doing my lecture in the dark. I wasn't able to show any videos or do anything like that. So this Paracon and this lecture is going to be great. I'll be able to present I'm showing you the petroglyphs. It's going to be just like this show, but live, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about petroglyphs. We're going to be discussing the petroglyphs, showing the petroglyphs. Going to be showing some Phoenix lights, and also showing a lot of other stuff, man. So this is going to be great. A lot better than the Vulture City Paracon, and less expensive too. So yeah, those people, they're just kind of like eating people's wallets. But this Paracon, I'm sure it's going to be easy on the wallet. There's going to be a lot of people there. Lots of vendors. I think this is going to be the biggest ever. I think there's going to be like 8 to 9 haunted locations for y'all to go explore. May 5th through the 7th. And come out, get your tickets, come say hi, and check out what I have presenting. I'm getting this really cool show together. And like I said before, you are going to be actually witnessing this live, ladies and gentlemen. From what I understand, this is going to be global. So this is going to be broadcasted around the world. So yeah, this is going to be a major event here. Come on down, the Wild West Paracon in Tombstone, Arizona, May 5th through the 7th. And me and my lovely wife, Pam, we're going to go out there and we're going to do a seance at this haunted poltergeist location. Okay, so there's evidence of poltergeists out there. We're going to have this great seance table. I'm going to be doing something that these other ghost hunters aren't doing. So yeah, check it out. The Wild West Paracon out there at Tombstone, Arizona, May 5th through the 7th. Come down, say hi. Let's talk about UFOs. Let's talk about ghosts. All right, here comes my other channel. It's called Haunted Encounter Adventures. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and also hit us up on Facebook, Haunted Encounter Adventures. Stop by, man. Say hi. Let's talk about ghosts and present your paranormal experiences. Yeah, Haunted Encounter Adventures. Check it out. Coming at you on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, let's get this thing started. Where are we going to start first? Let's take a look at this. Now, this is interesting. Here's that picture, and let's take another look at this picture over here. And let me figure out who captured this real quick. Okay, I can't pronounce that. But here's the people who filmed this, and see, I'm not sure if you guys can read that or not, but there's the credit on who filmed this, and it's pretty great. It's pretty cool. They filmed it they filmed it this year, and so yeah, this is very interesting. I filmed the exact same type of creature in the skies of Glendale, Arizona, a few years ago, and we're gonna show this video to you right now. And also, I found a petroglyph that kind of resembles this. And yeah, so we're going to take a look at this. And isn't this fascinating? So this is what we're dealing with, folks. This is what the petroglyphs are talking about. All right. And in all my years of study and archaeology and things like that, I've never really came across any evidence of spaceships. What I'm looking at, folks, what the evidence is suggesting, that these things are alive. Okay, this is not technology. This is not a craft. These things are alive, and I've been filming them ever since 2005. And that's when I first made the conclusion that this was not technology that we are dealing with here. This is the biggest cover-up of the world, in my opinion. This is not spaceships. This is not little green men from Alpha Centauri. That these things are living creatures. Okay, and here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. And my arrow's going crazy again. Don't you just love it? I'm going to have to fix this somehow. So we're going to go this way. I don't know how to fix it. New technology, and I still haven't figured out how to use it. Yep, can't do nothing with it. So it's stuck there. Let's see if I can do something. Boop. Let's do that. That's better. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is what I filmed in 2000, what was it? 20, 19, 17, 18, something like that. It's been a few years. So yeah, let's take a look at this. And And this is this person who filmed this. I'm not really sure exactly where, but it's the exact same thing that I filmed in Glendale, Arizona. So let's put this over here and let's talk about this glyph real quick. I want to show you this here. Look at this petroglyph here. Let's kind of blow this up. Let's examine these glyphs, okay? So when you're looking at the petroglyphs, you have to look at the whole landscape, okay? Because the artist is including the landscape in with the art. It's not some graffiti. It's not just some, random story. Now, there is other stories out there on different kinds of mountains when it's talking about seasons or ceremonies or kachinas or hunting and gathering and things like that. But when it comes down to these types of petroglyphs that we're looking for, especially with the spirals. See these spirals here? Now let's blow this up. Now look at that thing. Is that a spiral? It doesn't really... Oh, there's one. There's a spiral right there. That's what I was looking for. So look at this. So this is obviously in a cave, right? We're in a cave, and the carving is on the ceiling. Okay, so we have a spiral. Look at the spiral here, and where's it facing? It's facing towards the sky. All right. Now, why are these carved on the ceiling? Because the artist wants you to look up. He's telling you, look, I saw this in the sky. Now, I don't have a video camera. I don't have a camcorder. All right, this is over 1,000 years ago. I don't have that type of technology. But what I do have is I have these stones, and I have this rock here, this cave, for instance, right here. And I want to tell you what I saw, and what a better way to do it is to carve it on the ceiling, because I want you to look up into the sky. All right, and that's what the artist is trying to tell you. All right, now he's trying to tell you that he saw, look at this thing here. He saw this in the sky here. All right, now look at the spiral. So the spirals are symbols for doorways. Okay, so when a spiral is going clockwise, it's a doorway in. When a spiral is going counterclockwise, it's a doorway out. When the spiral is ending down, it's like more than likely it's the crack in the stone. All right, I've learned this, from the Native Americans themselves. They're telling you that these spirals are emergence points to the underworld, right? A doorway into the stone, and it's like looking down into a tunnel. Okay, but when the spirals are ending up, then there's a doorway in the sky. All right, so it's like a vortex. All right, so you're looking down into a tunnel or up into a tunnel into a vortex. Now this is interesting. So we're looking up. This is a cave, right? Right, we're inside of a cave. We can see that clearly. All right, see that? So we're in a cave. This photograph is in a cave, right? And here we have the petroglyphs on top of the cave, on the ceiling. And here we have a spiral, all right? And the spiral is going clockwise, which is a doorway in, okay? And it's facing this way. It's facing towards the sky. You see that? So they're trying to tell us that the emergence point through a vortex and through another dimension, we don't know this yet. We don't have any credible evidence on exactly, where these doors in the sky actually go to. Now, we do have information that I discovered on the doorways into the underworld. The Native Americans like to say they're going down into the underworld, but actually they're going down into this fault line to the energy source. And this is the reason why we find a lot of these mountains where these UFOs, these entities visit these special energy spots, is because of the energy that it generates during the times of different seasons. That's another show. I talk about that in my book, and I talk about that in my other shows. So this one here. Now look, if we examine this spiral here, you see this? There's like a guy or something. There's like something connected to it, right? And he's kind of looking at these two orbs in the sky. Now we know they're not spirals because they're not connected together, right? They're not connected together. See that there? So we know that these are not spirals because it doesn't look like the spiral down here. It's not, they're not connected. So they have these two orbs in the sky with something like that looks like in the middle. Now there's a lot. If you've seen these lights before or seen videos, you'll notice a dot in the middle, and that's what they're trying to tell you is there is some kind of dark energy mass, if you will, that's in the middle. And a lot of these where you see a circle within a circle within a circle within a circle. So when you actually see these lights in the sky, they're like plasma, right? They're pulsating. And I believe that's what this art is trying to tell us is it's pulsating like when you throw a rock into the water, right? And it ripples. It's got this ripple effect. Well, that's what these lights are doing in the sky sometimes, well, especially when they're absorbing that energy. They're rippling in the sky. And the artist is trying to tell you that it's rippling in the sky. Now we have this spiral here, and the guy is kind of connected to the spiral, right? So he's in the sky. So this creature, this entity came out of the sky. Now here, look at this one. Now my point here, let's go to this thing here. Look at this. You see that? Is that interesting? Is that like a rope? Is that like a rope? Does it look like a rope? Does it kind of look like what resembles this over here? See that? Can you see the resemblance? Of this thing here and then this thing over here? See that? It's the exact same type of looking thing that we have over here. Now these things they shapeshift, right? And you're gonna see it in the video that I filmed. I asked the person who filmed this if they had any videos, and I didn't get anywhere with it. They were kind of they were kind of dodging the question, so I'm assuming that they didn't get video of this, which is really sad because this would have been great video. But they got these photographs of it, which is cool. And so yeah, so this is what it's This is what it's talking about here. This petroglyph to the left is it's because we're looking up on the ceiling, and I'm glad that the person who photographed this rock art, I'm not sure where it's at. I don't know where this art came from, but I'm glad he took a picture of the sky. Okay, because that's what everything is talking about here. We're looking up. There's a spiral here, and it's going towards the sky, right? And everything is kind of oriented towards the sky because, I mean, we're looking up, right? So let's take a look at this video that I filmed. And let's get a better perspective on what this rock art is talking about and what the other person that filmed it saw also. Now I filmed this in Glendale, Arizona. This is about 3 years ago, maybe 4. Now this thing was way out there. I'm like zoomed in max. I've got the telescopic lens going on. I'm zoomed in to the max. This was very hard to pick up, but I did my best on trying to get good video of this. Now look at this thing. It kind of resembles like a rope, or some would say a rosary, right? This is what we're dealing with. This thing is not a spaceship. This thing is alive. This is what we're looking at here. It's a living creature. Is that something or what? Now, in a little while during the sighting, this white orb comes across this way and kind of joins with it. So it's really hard to see, and once I see it, I'll point it out. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? The exact same thing that we saw earlier in the rock carving, we're seeing it here on this video. Now, pretty soon, this very faint orb will come this way. Isn't that amazing? Oh, I think there it is. Yeah, you can barely see it. You can barely see that orb. You can barely see it. It's kind of gone now. Maybe I should back it up and try to try to show you again. I packed it up a little bit. Okay. It's really, really hard to see. But this orb just kind of appears, kind of like next to it. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I'm waiting for that orb to show up. It's really hard to see, and I missed it. Like I didn't when I'm filming it, I didn't see it. I only saw it when I, came back and looked at the footage because I'm zoomed in max trying to film this thing, and it was really hard because when you're there it is. Okay, there it is. There's a little orb, little orb right in there. Maybe you guys can go back and take a look at it later. But yeah, this little orb kind of appeared and kind of like went underneath it. Isn't that crazy? This is what's going on in the skies of Phoenix. Phoenix, Glendale, Mesa. I mean, the whole valley is like, I mean, it's the same thing as far as I'm concerned. So it's high. Look at that. There's the electric pole, the electric wire there. So it's high. I'm zoomed in all the way. Look at that sucker. Is that crazy? That is some neat stuff. And you can see it moving, right? And it's not blowing around like in the wind. I mean, it's not like some kind of, man-made string or something. This thing is high up in the sky. It's just sitting there. See, you can tell it's just sitting there from the wire there. But yeah, this thing is crazy cool. Okay, let's move on. Look at that. Look. See that? Man. And it was really hard to film. And that's what that petroglyph was pretty much talking about. That's why I call it petroglyphs in the sky. So that's it. All right, let's take a look at something else here. Okay, so here's some petroglyphs that are on South Mountain in Phoenix. Now, remember we were talking about the spirals? Now, look at this. So, we have these things that kind of look like serpents, right? So, it is talking about serpents. It's also talking about a doorway, both these things, right? But the thing of it is, like, I mean, if it was a rattlesnake, we'd see a rattle. But no, they're talking about spirals, right? They're talking about doorways. Now, they're telling you that this is a doorway for these, like, well, we just saw a type of serpent or rope. Some people calls it a rosary, I guess you want to call it that way. But also, some of them are talking about Quetzalcoatl, the flying serpents. Now, I've filmed these flying snakes many, many times above the mountains of Phoenix, Arizona. And these things are real. All right. And those of you who have been following me all these years have seen the videos of these flying snakes. And that's what these spirals are talking about. So it's two informational meanings in this art. One is telling us that it's a doorway, and another is telling us it's a doorway for the flying serpents, for the flying snakes. And here's that ripple effect. Here's that ripple effect again up here. You can barely see it because it's not a spiral, right? Because it's not connected. We have a dot, and then a circle within a circle. So it's like a ripple, right? And they're pulsating. And that's what the artist is trying to tell us. That this thing in the sky is pulsating. It's like a ripple effect. Here's what is called a petrograph. So it's an art painting. Isn't that cool? Now look what he's doing. Did I lose my arrow? I lost my arrow. Well, I can't find my arrow now. Oh, there it is. He's over here. Okay, so look at this. So it's like some kind of giant, right? Let's count his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 6 fingers, man. So that's not normal, right? And look what he's doing. He's coming out of a crack in the stone, right? So he's emerging out of the stone. And I'm sure there's probably paintings of spirals or doorways somewhere around this glyph here. But isn't this cool? And we could tell, look, he's huge, right? And he's got 6 fingers. And some of these ancient texts talk about giants. Now, I have seen evidence on South Mountain in Phoenix of giants. It's all documented in my book. There's actually petroglyphs of giants carved on South Mountain. And so, yeah, giants, in my opinion, there's so much evidence of giants, and they were actually here also in the Valley of the Sun. I go into that more in my book. All right, let's take a look at some other videos here. Now this one is crazy. I believe my friend on Facebook, Dave, sent me this. Now this one is crazy. Let's take a look at this. Isn't that interesting? Look what they're doing. So they're kind of staying together, right? They're not blown away from each other. They're like playing in the sky. And that's what these things like to do. They play in the sky. Looks like they're playing anyway. And a lot of times they kind of join together. Sometimes this line comes out of one and they join together. Look, there's something there that's kind of joining them. See that? Here's another look at it. Is that interesting or what? Let's see if we can blow this up, get a better look. Is that crazy or what? They're kind of going together. And what makes it interesting again is we have another orb that seems to come to the right of them. Over here somewhere you'll see. There it is. Right there. See that? And unfortunately the video stops. So whoever filmed this. I believe this was filmed this year. Isn't that crazy stuff? That's pretty neat. This is the kind of stuff that we're kind of looking for. But we have to be careful, right? We have to know what we're looking for. We want to make sure that it's not trash or balloons or flares or anything like that. Excuse me. Okay. So here's one thing that I always tell people to try to stay away from. And that is live webcams, okay? Because these webcams pick up anything, right? And especially if they're going frame by frame, you know, if there's stop motion photography or if they take a picture every few seconds, okay? And so, I mean, for one, you're looking at a webcam, so you're not really seeing it with your own eyes. All right, so you're not verifying that, yes, it's a real UFO in the sky because you're not there. You're only seeing it, or you see it later from what the camera picked up. And then again, on this one, if you have to slow it down, you know, I mean, if you have to slow something down, it could be anything, right? It could be dust, paper, you know, balloon, trash blown in the wind. I mean, you have to be credible. Look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about. Did you see that? Did you see that? So they're trying to say that this is a UFO. All right, this little streak. They're trying. Look at that. See that? That looks more like a satellite or maybe an airplane. Okay, so don't buy into webcams. All right, and always make sure that you see these things first with your own eyes. Just don't go out there and film something and then go back and slow down the video and see, oh my God, there's something there. You know, it's a trash, it's bugs. Okay, that's not credible. All right, videos like that is not credible. Okay, and I just can't believe that some of these people are actually doing that. So I mean, they really want to see a UFO, so they either hoax the stuff or they come up with crazy concocted ideas, you know, and so you really need to be careful on things like that. So, okay, the last video I want to show you. I have been living at this mountain. I've been overlooking this mountain from my apartment window for about a year now. And my wife bought me some night vision camera. And so every once in a while, I'll go out there and I'm on the second floor. I'll look at the mountain with the night vision, and you know, I have yet to see anything except for one time I did see something. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you tonight. This is the first time that this video has made its debut. Now, I don't want you to pay attention to these lights on top of the mountain. Those are radio antennas. Okay, so you want to take a look at this light that's going to come over here. All right, now let's go ahead and play this video. This is never seen before. This is what I filmed. Oh, where are we froze? Here we go. Look at that light there. Oh my goodness. Let's back it up here. There we go. Okay, so these lights up here. Come on, Arrow. These lights up here, that's radio antennas and stuff. That's normal. This light here is not normal. Look how it disappears. You see that? There's no roads up there. Right? This is all rocky. If you look really carefully, you can see all the crevices and the canyons here. All right? This light is coming and going from within the mountain. I didn't think this mountain was active, but it is. But I'm on the west side of this mountain, and probably the best the best view to see UFOs is always on the east side. Okay, I just happened to catch this one on the west side. Right, I'm living on the west side of this mountain. Now look at that. See that light there? Let's see if we can blow it up. This is the first time ever. Now I've been watching this mountain ever since I saw this last week, and I haven't seen this light come back again. Look how it just disappears. Right now, I meant to bring to show you what it looks like during the day, but I didn't have that video ready yet for the show. But I can assure you there is no roads up there, and if I catch any more these lights out there, I will for sure be talking about it and show you. And maybe later on in some later shows, I'll replay this video and show you what it looks like during the daytime. But there is no roads up there. This is not a car. This is just like the lights that I was filming on the east side of South Mountain in 2005, 6, and 7, where these lights were just coming out of the mountain and then going across the mountain and then going back in the mountain, just like what this light is doing also. So yeah, this is the type of stuff that we want to look for. Look at this. And you can tell there's part of a canyon here. It's actually going across the canyon. And when I zoomed in during the day, it kind of looks like there's a cave up there or maybe a crack. So yeah, I'm sure if the first people to this land, if they were able to climb up there, I'm sure there's spirals. That's got to be a doorway up there. Look how it just kind of stays there and then it disappears. This is the first time ever this video has been shown. Look at that. See that thing? And then you can see it and it just disappears within the stone. Let's watch it again. I first picked it up. This took about maybe 5 minutes. And it goes across the canyons. These are canyons right in here. They're huge canyons. There's just no way that anybody would be up there. See how it just disappears? Then it comes back. See that? It kind of, there it is. Now it comes back. So yeah, I am continuing watching this mountain now. And it's usually right when the sun goes down. Just like the lights over there on South Mountain, between like 7, 8 o'clock, soon as the sun goes down, that's when these lights start to appear. And so that's the time that I start to watch them. Isn't that cool? First time ever. Now, if I see any more, I'll definitely share this with you. And I'll probably be showing this video again. With the day sighting or with what it looks like during the day. And so yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure that you check out the Wild West Paracon out there in Tombstone, Arizona, the biggest event of the year. Come out and check it out. And we're going to be doing a ghost hunt out there. We're going to be doing a UFO lecture out there. And this is going to be live, folks. You don't want to miss this. Come out there and get my book, The Phoenix Lights, Petroglyphs in the Sky, the covered-up history of Phoenix, Arizona. Check it out on Amazon Kindle. It's only $3, yo. Only $3. You can't beat that. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you get your tickets soon when it goes on sale to the Wild West Paracon coming out here in May 5th through the 7th. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for joining us. Bye-bye.